Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be testing out the Dior Face and Body Foundation. I have a little sample here. It's about a $5 sample and I got it for free from Sephora making a different purchase. And I think the closest thing I have in my collection to it would be the MAC Face and Body Foundation. This guy retails for $35, the Dior retails for $50. They're both 50 ml of product. The Dior launched with 40 shades and it says it's a natural but matte finish with medium but buildable coverage. It's supposed to be waterproof and sweat resistant and it's supposed to like fuse in with your skin. It's supposed to be great for like workouts, water, and high temperatures and humid environments, which is great because it is snowing where I live, even though it's only September. It's still summertime. I have the color 1N. Might be a little dark for me. They do also make a 0N as well, so if you're fairer than me, they got you covered. And of course, they have a great range throughout the foundation with the 40 shades. It goes quite dark, it goes quite light, and I think they said they covered like 6 different undertones and 16 different intensities. The sample here comes with a little like scoop. It's like a little paddle that you can like paint it onto your face, which I think is quite genius. The actual bottle comes with a dropper, kind of like the MAC Face and Body, which I personally dislike quite a bit. I think it is very messy, even though it looks quite nice. It just gets messy and gross. So I kind of wish that the full size came with a paddle like this. I guess we'll go ahead and start applying. And the foundation does smell. It's got kind of an old lady smell. And they say when you're applying it, use your fingers and apply one thin layer. You can see it's slightly covered up my zit. Overall, I look pretty even. The color match is actually really good. And of course they say you can build up the foundation by applying additional layers using a foundation brush. So I'm just going to, let's add another layer here. Most days I'm like a light to natural medium coverage, except for the days where I'm like full crazy coverage. And the fact that this foundation claims to be light, medium, or high coverage is pretty appealing. If one foundation can give you actually all those results. I think it looks really nice. It definitely blends well onto the skin. It doesn't look like it's sitting upon my skin at all. I'm just gonna hit this one zit with some Shape Tape. Just gonna add a tiny little bit of blush. It's so pretty. This is my Sephora Colorful Ink Gel, which I've also done a video on. And again, it's just a little free sample, and this thing has lasted me for so long. Okay, and I'm gonna powder everything. It almost feels like you wouldn't need to powder this Dior foundation. However, I am quite greasy, so I just like to ensure everything will be locked down. Plus, of course, it's snowing outside. Now let's do some lipstick. Alright, and this is what the foundation is looking like. I'll do a close-up here, and then we can pop over to natural light to take a look at what it looks like. Of course, I'm going to wear this for the next 12 hours, see how it performs, see if it's still on my face at the end of this crazy weather day here in Alberta. So let me start my day. Here we go. It's been exactly 12 hours since I put my face on. I felt a little bit greasy at times over the day, so I did powder probably once. But overall, I felt kind of powdery fresh. Definitely a little bit more greasy than the NYX foundation. I easily filled up a sheet of grease. I still look nice in matte though. When you check Dior's website, they really emphasize it's kind of like a natural finish. And on Sephora's website, they kind of stress that it's a matte finish. And I would definitely say my skin kind of felt velvety and looked velvety throughout the day. Let me do a close-up here. Again, coverage is still pretty decent, but it's definitely not perfect. I think maybe this color turned about half a shade too dark compared to the rest of my face now that it's the end of the night and it's had time to oxidize and all that. But I think the finish is just beautiful. I really like this foundation. It feels so lightweight, but it still feels like a layer of, I want to say like protection or something on it, which doesn't really make sense. All day, it's not like you're not wearing foundation. It's just like you're wearing a very lightweight, powdery, fresh foundation, which I really liked. I was out and about in the rain and snow, as you saw today, and I think it held up really well. I feel like it's still nice and even, decent amount of coverage, and a nice finish. I'm really impressed. I would say if you're looking to choose between the MAC Studio and the Dior Face and Body foundations, the MAC is probably better if you have drier skin, and the Dior is probably a little bit better if you have oilier skin. Of course, the MAC, again, is better if you like a lightweight coverage. And I think the Dior is just a little bit easier to build up and get a nice fuller coverage, medium coverage. And I think the finish looks a lot better on my skin. There you go. There's a look at my Dior Face and Body foundation. Even though it's 50 bucks, it's still more foundation than you would get in a normal foundation bottle, which tend to be only 30 mils compared to this 50 ml bottle. And I think it's a great one to try. I would really recommend you check it out if you are looking for something like MAC Face and Body, but you have oilier skin. I'm going to give this one a 4.5 out of 5. I really liked it a lot, and I would recommend you check it out, especially if you can get your hands on a little sample like this. I think it's such a generous amount for you to kind of decide if you think it's going to be worth it or not. So yeah, I would say check it out. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below if you want to see more beauty content from me. I put out new beauty videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. A huge shout out to my patrons who help bring these videos to you guys. They help me talk about brands and say nasty things about brands because I'm only responsible for reporting back to my watchers, which I really like. I feel like it gives me an extra layer of honesty and integrity to you guys, the viewers, instead of whoever's sending the damn makeup. Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you in my next beauty video. Bye.